channel. Hope everybody's staying safe and doing well. So I wanted to shoot this video today to show you how to set up some tones on the HX Effects unit itself. I picked up this unit a few days ago and was able to right away set up some nice tones on here. So I'm going to walk you through how simple it is. There is also an HX Effects software where you can do all of this on your computer, but I'll shoot a video on that later on. But for now, I want to show you how easy it is to do right on the unit itself. Okay, so here's the unit, and the on-off switch is right here. So when you first turn it on, it's going to say line 6 HX Effects, and then it'll give you the version of the software, which is the 2.82. Now what I would suggest is you make sure that you have the latest software on here first, and you would do that by hooking it up to your computer. So here's the bank, one up, one down. Now these spots are already spoken for, so I'm going to go up on the bank switch, and you've got quite a few banks. Okay, so we hit a new preset. Okay, so I want to put some tones on this, so I'm going to hit A here. Okay, new preset, so I'm on A, and then I hit the mode switch again, and now basically what I have is a blank slate, and it starts off, and it kind of tells you right here, if you can see that it says press the big knob to open the model list. So that's the big knob right there. So you've got your, you can see that, distortion, I'll just read these to you, dynamics, EQ, modulation, a delay, reverb, pitch synth. So you've got, what else? You got a filter, you got a wah, you got impulse response, volume pan, send return, and a looper. So I'm going to do this one real straightforward. I'm just going to pick my effects, and the top one is none. So you can assign nothing to one of the buttons, if you will. So I'm going to start with the distortion. So when you pick the effect you want, you hit the knob again, and then it gives you an option of mono, stereo, and legacy effects. So I'm going to hit the legacy effects. Now we got a tube screamer, or sorry, tube drive, screamer, an overdrive, classic distortion, heavy distortion, color drive, buzz saw, facial fuzz, jumbo fuzz, fuzz pie, jet fuzz, L6 drives, L6 distortion. So these are all some of the legacy effects from previous line 6. So I'm just gonna pick, let's keep it real simple here. I'm gonna go to a tube screamer. So when I pick it, I hit my big button again, and then I've got a drive, a bass, and a tone. So and you can set these individual parameters to whatever you want. It's showing you the percentages of where the bars are now. And when you want to change those, so what they do is you've got these other 3 buttons right here, and these 3 buttons correspond with these 3 bars. So for example, if I take the first knob and I turn that, you'll see the drive number change. It'll go up or down, whatever you want. And then if I use the second button, you'll see the bass go up and down, and the third button, and so on. Now you'll notice that there's a spillover into the second display. So if I want to change those, what I do is I hit this button, or you don't even have to hit it, you just put your finger on it, but I'll hit it. Well, let's go back, hang on. Let's go back to Screamer here. Okay. And you notice there's an arrow on the far edge right here, and there's an arrow button here. So if I do that, now I've gone to the other 2, which are treble and output, which again correspond to these 2 buttons. Okay, so if I'm good with the settings of that and I want to keep that, okay, what I can do is I can hit the save up here, and you hit that save twice. The other thing you can do is if you hit the save here, you'll notice that I have another save button down there, so I can do that as well. So if you want, you can also hit the save button down here. So what I've just done is this button, now when I press it, is going to be a tube screamer, and it's going to give you those sounds. Now you notice that it just jumped over to there. So these buttons, if you just put your finger over top of them, they'll turn on as well. So you got to be a little bit careful that, because they're sensitive. They will detect your finger and switch over. Okay, so I'm good with the tube screamer. So now I'm gonna hit the second button here. Okay, and again, same thing. Press the big knob, and then it's gonna give me, there's your distortion, dynamics, and so on. So if I go to dynamics, for example, and I hit the big button, again I have the options of mono, stereo, and legacy. So stereo would be if you were running two outputs, but I'm running straight into an amp, so I would just need the mono. Or if I want, I can go legacy and go to the old effects again. So let me go back up to mono, hit the big button here, and then these are the newer dynamic pedals here. So we've got a red squeeze, a kinky compressor, a LA Studio compressor, 3-brand compressor, a noise gate, hard gate, auto swell. There's all kinds of stuff here. So what I'll probably do here is, if I want the kinky compressor, I hit that button, and then I get again the 3 bars that correspond with the 3 buttons up here. Okay, so again, when you set that, you want to keep it, you hit that save button twice, and now that when that button is compressed, I've just turned on a compressor, and you just go all the way down the line. Okay, if I want to do a third effect here, hit the big knob, pick whatever I want, and you can go on and on. So let's do a modulation here. So I hit that, and then again I get the mono stereo. Let's hit mono again. So I got an optical trim, 60s bias trim. I know it's hard to see these, but I'm just reading these out to you. Tremolo and so on and so forth. Harmonic trim, bleat chop trim. Now these names, if you're not familiar what these names are, on the website there's a description of what all of these mean. Here's a deluxe phaser. Let's hit that just for fun. And then again I get the 3 dots, or the 3 bars that I can again control. So there's, like, for example, if I'm hitting the offset, if I'm hitting the depth, and so on. And once I'm happy with that, hit the save again. Okay, so if I can have up to 6, basically 6 stomp boxes in this one setting. So just to show you, so we did that in A. So if I hit the 21A, which is what I've been playing with, okay, if I hit that button 21A, okay, if I hit the mode again, you're going to see those 3 effects pop up. So basically, you can have up to 6 buttons in one bank position, if that makes any sense. And how you turn them on and off, if you're playing, is you just literally turn them on and off like you would any buttons. Okay, so you turn those effects on and off. And so you can, there's endless amount of tweakability here. You've got an endless number of effects that you can assign to any of these 6 push buttons, and you can tweak till your heart's content. Really, it's not endless, but it's close. If you have some familiarity with some pedals, again, you can use the guide that's on the website to tell you what all the individual parameters are. So if you want to know what a kinky compressor does, or what pedal it's mimicking, you can look that up, and you can dial in some really cool tones. So I'm going to go back to some tones that I've already done that are already set. Excuse me. So I'm going to go to the mode again, that puts me back into the banks, and I'm going to go back up to some presets that I already set. Okay, so whoops, I went too far. There's 32 of these. 32 times 4, so imagine all the possibilities of different sounds I can have simultaneously programmed in here. So if I go to 1, so you can see I've got heavy dirt, I've got clean dirt, I've got medium dirt, and then I've got light dirt. So, and I got classic 50s there. So if you want to see, for example, say for example what I've already programmed, if I want to use the clean 50s, I hit that, and then if I go to the mode, it'll open up what those pedals are. So if I'm doing a song and I've already programmed these, then I can turn all these pedals on and off. So for this one, I've got a kinky boost, I've got a Tima, which is a Timmy. Okay, there's a secret for you. I got a simple delay. Okay, or sorry, that's a kinky compressor. There's a kinky boost, which I believe is the EP booster, and I've got a 63 spring reverb on this, and I've got a basic simple EQ on this. So by turning these on and off, I can, you know, for example, if I'm playing and I want to hit a solo, I hit the kinky boost on. If I want to turn my reverb on and off, I hit this. If I want to, you know, turn my EQ on and off, and you see when I put my fingers over the buttons, okay, see what they do, right? Because they're all very sensitive. But something you don't have to worry about, and when you want to escape anything, you just hit that and you go back to this again. But when you're hitting them with your foot, all you're really doing is turning them on and off. Now, that being said, if, let's say I'm in the middle of a song and I want to be able to tweak stuff on the fly, let's say I want to change the Timmy or the Tima, I can always hit that and I can go back to these knobs and I can change them up here if I want to do that during a song. So let me do a quick demo to show you how this works, switching things on and off, and be right back. Okay, so I have that same classic 50s that I was showing you earlier. I have that setting on right now. I know you can't see it because of the glare in the windows, but right now all my buttons are not illuminated, and you know when an effect is on because the corresponding button on the board will light up. So here's what my guitar sounds like clean. I'm going to go through all of these and kind of show you how you turn them on and off. Again, it's just like having 6 pedals on your board that you've pre-programmed. Okay, so for the first one, I'll put on the Timmy pedal. So here's the clean. Here's a so that just gives me a little bit of dirt. And for the delay, I'll turn that on. That should give me a little bit of slapback. That's what I programmed it for. Alright, so there's a slapback. So now I got 2 pedals on my board turned on basically. I will add a little bit of the 63 reverb. Okay, you can hear that. I'll put on the EQ. So I got 4 pedals on right now. I will put on the compressor as well. So you can hear that. It's giving me a little bit of a boost as well. And then finally, for a lead boost, I'll put on the kinky boost. Okay, so you can hear that. It's giving me a little bit of a boost as well. And then finally, for a lead boost, I'll put on the kinky boost. Alright, so there's a slapback. So now I got 2 pedals on right now. I will add a little bit of the 63 reverb. off the boost. And if I want to turn off the dirt, the TEMA, so there you go. So basically you've got 6 different effects on here in any one setting. You've got 6 different effects, and you can turn things on and off just like you're playing with pedals on your pedal board. So there's no difference in that regard. And again, there's multiple slots, multiple effects you can assign to any one of these 6. So you can pretty much duplicate most of the tones you need. I play in a cover band. We do variety material. I do need a lot of different sounds, and that's what all these are for. Light dirt, medium dirt, heavy dirt, clean 50s. And if I switch banks here, I got a specific sound for one song here, another specific sound for another song. And again, I hit that, and I hit the mode button, and there all my pedals line up again, and I can turn things on and off. So it's a super versatile tool. This is going to replace my normal pedal board that I have like 11 pedals on. I can pretty much do that all with this unit, no problem. You can get, it's easy to fall in the rabbit hole of tweaking. So how I avoid that is, again, going through the list and looking at what some of their pedal names represent, what pedals they're mimicking, and I kind of know what, that gives me a good starting point. And I've played with pedals for years, so I can sort of navigate my way through. So hopefully that helped you. If you're thinking about getting this unit, or if you need like a quick way to start programming it, hopefully that helps you. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.